Hey, it's Lowry Smith of the CommanderSmiths here with Searching for the Spotlight, Mike and Will. So, last week we kind of whittled it down quite a bit and looking to kind of just do a lot of stuff with Will here. Mike is just kind of like backup, trying to be able to get Will back after dying. And so, Commander Smiths, we do weekly podcasts that come out on Wednesday. And we do a bunch of other stuff here on YouTube, and would really appreciate if you check out our other stuff. We talk about cards, we talk about decks, we talk about proxies, just kind of specking stuff like that. We're all over the gamut, and so check us out, subscribe, like, share if you like, that'd be helpful. So today I'm going to try and finish out this deck. Kind of went through and cut a bunch of cards. Have a fistful to add back in. And sub AJ. Thanks. Meaty hands. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So I'll talk about the cards I cut from last week. Go over that just real quick so you see it. And then we'll talk about the cards that we want to add in. But painful truths. Will's going to create a bunch of clues, so I don't think we really need that. Fecundity, again, same thing, and also don't want to help the opponents. Thanks for hopping on, AJ. By the way, always glad to see your just your name there. And we'll just do a little bit of.
I don't want
there we go.
I just want bang bang bang. I don't want to know your name. I just want bang bang bang.
And so, talking about this, these kind of cards I ended up cutting, just because I think reanimate is just more reliable rather than like reactionary. Bring it back. So, once I kind of thought through that, I figured it was just going to be. Yes, that is AJ's song right there. If you're not AJ and you don't know that, so um, reanimate just seems more reliable. Mimic Vat, Cauldron of Souls, Vizier is a blink. Also wanted to end up getting rid of a bunch of the blink because I think just more death triggers work with black. So Kaya goes, Dictator Erebos. I cut this because I wanted to play with two others, just a little bit different. And we'll probably go back over that. We can get rid of that for ramp. Same thing here. Just it only triggers on humans. I don't think I have that many humans, so whatevs. Kodama, I think, is just going to be too big. I was thinking the clues come into play. I'm able to put a bunch of land into play. I just don't think it's necessary at this point. Season of Growth. I'm not targeting my creatures anymore, and so that can go. Catacomb Sifter wasn't going to be doing enough. Just a creature, a token. That's fine. Get rid of that. One thing about Arcbone Crusher that I was thinking was they would take the life from Will rather than putting clues and making him huge. And so I don't know what the best route is that way. Like, do I want them just to take one damage or do I want the clues? Right now I think I want the clues. But I think I found a different way on how to get that, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough to put it in. So we'll go there. I'm just going to get rid of all the energy. Just get rid of all of it. Not needed. I'm not going to have many creatures leaving the graveyard. So Desecrated Tomb and Tormod don't really work anymore. Blasting Station, I'm just kind of going 1/1/1. Doesn't really matter. Blink goes. Sort of Light and Shadow, not really needed. Sun Titan probably doesn't matter. And Kogla is just going to be hard with that 3 mana, that 3 green mana. So just kind of cut all that real quick and easy. Let's talk about some of the cards that I think I want to add. All right. Mazarek, whenever you sacrifice a clue, it's going to give all your creatures +1/+1. I can see that getting pretty big pretty quick. Elves for mana, cheap mana. Dina, whenever you gain life, you lose life. I'm going to have to check on how much life actually happens. but that could be fun. And then sacrifice another creature, which I'm looking for, and it gets plus X plus O until end of turn, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. I'm just looking for like a sack outlet, making sure that it works, and then the pinging down. We'll see where that is. Mortality Spear. This creature or this costs two less if you gain life this turn. Um, I might just want to play it over like Assassin's Trophy, just because Assassin's Trophy is just like generally good. I mean, incredibly good, but in a general sense. And this, because I do have some life gain in here, acts the same. I'd probably never use it in a different deck. And so that's why I would highly consider this one over that. Ravenous Squirrel, whenever you sacrifice an artifact, a clue, or will put a 1/1 counter on it. So it could get big. And then it also is a sack outlet to draw cards. So it could be nice. Um, Life and death, all lands you control become 1/1 creatures until end of turn. I don't really care about that, but the option might be nice to have it open. Then return target creature card. This is just reanimate, but it has, again, not a card that I would normally use, but it might be nice to put in over a staple. Gluttonous Troll will create a bunch of food, sacrificing another non-land permanent, which would be clues. It gets bigger. Could be interesting. Priest of Fell Rites, tap, pay 3 life, reanimate. So it could be nice. Has Unearth. Cliffhaven Vampire. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Again, I'm going to have to check how much life gain there was. I had a lot more in here. So again, Karlov is going to be sweet with the life gain. We'll check that as we go along. Avacyn's Pilgrim is ramp. Alhamret's Archive, I think, should be kind of cool because you get to draw 2 cards off of the clues, and then you do have a bunch of random life gain with like food tokens, and then they lose a life, you gain a life type thing. So it could just be like a little bit of gas in this deck. Could be nice. Noetic Scales. During each player's upkeep, return to owner's hand each creature that player controls with power greater than the number of cards in his or her hand. So why would this work in here? Because I think it would have people putting the using clue tokens more, and so because they want to keep their hand full and keep their big creatures on the battlefield, it also slow down the bigger creatures. um so I think that'd be an interesting at least consideration. Idol of Oblivion. I'm gonna have to check out how many tokens that I have, but I should be able to draw cards off of that pretty easy. Magnetic Mine. I believe this was a suggestion from Ryan W. for a curated a while back over the summer. But whenever another artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, mine deals 2 damage to that artifact's controller. So it's kind of like another drain thing. It's probably just gonna kill me more than anything. But I'm interested in trying it. Dispatch is the Metalcraft version. I think it's worth putting in here. Island Sanctuary. I can skip my draw step as long as I'm having, um, clues that I'm allowed to draw and just kind of keep up. So that I think that might be an interesting ad. Thraben Inspector. It's cheap. It creates an investigation token. That's what's kind of going on anyway. So might be interesting to add in. Suture Priest, I gain a life, and then they lose a life whenever creatures come into play under mine or their control. Myugian of Blooming Dawn. I probably don't want to add this in. It's pretty expensive, and I don't know how many clue tokens are going to be being made at this point, but this would be a later consideration. So I'm just going to cut this right now. But I think it'd be interesting if I do end up getting a ton of clue tokens and not being able to catch up. I think that makes it really interesting. Beast Within, just because I have some other stuff, the similars, generous gift, whatnot. So we'll see if that makes it. I might just cut it. Second Harvest. I think I'm going to put this in, and it's going to replace Parallel Lives and Anointed Procession because I want people to have me have the clue tokens. And so, um, if those are out, they might not want me to have them, and this would be able to double them later on. I think I just like this. It's probably good whenever I draw it. Pest Infestation is artifact enchantment removal with some tokens, which could really work with Savra as well. Land War Elves is cheap ramp. Jor Rail. Sub Adam. I already did it. I already hit the. I'll do it again though if he's around.
I don't want
There we go.
relationship. I just want bang bang bang. I don't want to know your name. I just want bang bang bang.
So Joel Real will, when you draw your second card per turn, you get to 2/2 green cat. And with the clue tokens, you can kind of control when that's happening. So I think that'd be an interesting conversation. Kappa Tech Wrecker, basically for the ninjutsu, and being able to bring will back to your hand. Um, and so that could be interesting for will to trigger back and forth a little bit. You know, it just happened one time. It's cheap. It's removal on there. I got a bit of reanimation, so it could be interesting for the new stuff. Viscer Seer is just a sack outlet, pretty easy. Vine Witch Coven, Menace. Whenever you gain life, you may pay a black. If you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I think that could be interesting. I think this might just make it because it's a reanimation part. Armix Filigree Thrasher. If it attacks, discard a card, and then target creature gets -X/-X for the amount of artifacts you control in play and in your graveyard. So we'll see. We'll see. That's one of those that might discourage people from making clue tokens, but we'll see. Um, Bantu is just, it's a sack outlet that's pinging and gaining life and scrying one. It kind of does a lot that I'm looking for. We'll see. Accursed Witch. Spells your opponent's cast that target Accursed Witch costs one less. When it dies, flip it over. And then it's a curse. And then spells that you cast to target enchanted player cost one less at the beginning of the upkeep. And that player loses one life. You gain one life. Thinking about it, it's four. It's just one time, and I'm not really targeting a lot. I think I'm just going to cut that right off the bat. So I thought it was just kind of interesting. Erebos, Bleak Hearted. It's basically there to whenever another creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life and draw a card. Then it's a sack outlet as well. Um, Indestructible, hard to get rid of. I think it could be cool. I'm gonna have to look at my curve, but Dark Confidant might be a consideration. All right, let's talk about these two, which is where the space that I kind of wish I would have thought about a little while ago. But Oppression, whenever a player plays a spell, that player discards a card from his or her hand. And Siphon Mind, each player, for some reason, I'm really liking this card lately. So in the last month or so, but each other player discards a card from his or her hand. You draw a card for each card discarded this way. So if I would have went with like a discard theme, but allowing people to have clues, it wouldn't be as crappy to play against, and it'd be an interesting give and take and pull and tug. Um, so if I have oppression out, people are going to want to play, get the clues, and I'll get a ton of clues that way. Um, and so might be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. Wake the Dead is a reanimation spell, which might be nice. Marchesa's Decree and Hissing Miasma is there for when people attack me, they lose a life. Monarch, not cheaper. And then Retreat to Hagra, basically there to each opponent loses one life. You gain one life for the landfall. All right. So I think we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 37. 37. I think I was like down to 80. So we're up to 110 right now. Like right off the bat, I think I already don't like. I know this sounds weird. I'm gonna cut Dark Confidant. I just it's hard for me to think that it's going to work like ever, but we'll see. All right. Um okay, I already said let's put this out a little bit just so we can I'm gonna be a little sniffly, so I apologize. Not that bad though, but all right. Oop, oop. 3, 2. Let's see where that curve ends up. 3, 4. And so I think I'm enjoying the idea of the deck. I haven't built an aristocrats deck in forever. And so um I'm happy where it's kind of going at this point. We'll see if you have built an aristocrats deck lately. I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to see. Like, I think there's a lot of staples that go for it. They've been really being helpful with the archetype in the last 4 years. Um, so, oh shit. Now I remember what my issue was a little bit. So, Bolus's Citadel is a great card, right? I just don't play it often because it essentially just goes through your fucking deck with Sensei's Top, and I use Sensei's Top all the time. And so I don't know if I'm gonna put it in here. I don't have the combo, but you work through your deck pretty well there. 4. All right, cutting parallel lives and that. I already said that. 3, 1. Expansive. 6. 4s. Anguished Unmaking. 3, 3. 2, 1. And that was another discard. I was going to cut that and I was like, oh, you know what? I kind of like that idea. All right. So Anointed Procession and Parallel Lives are gone. And we're going to put the Second Harvest in. Boom. And let's add this just purely in there for 3. I'm going to get rid of Armix right away. Right away. I think it's going to discourage people from getting clues, and then it's just a bad card. And I'll feel bad, and I don't like feeling bad. This is all about uppers and downers. 4, 2. We'll put that at 2, 1. Hopefully that's a 2. That might also stop people from getting clues, and that's probably okay. All right, let's kick out. I might just want both, actually, though. All right, all right, all right. Adam's saying that he misses the tiger robe. It's too hot. The rent is too high. All right. No, the tiger robe's too hot, so I can't wear it all the time. But it is what it is. All right. Elves, Ravenous, Squirrel, makes sense. Right now, Avison, Dispatch, um, Thraben. I normally don't use the little guys, so we'll see. We'll see what that does. Mr. Seer. I think I'm going to get rid of Swords and Path, which sounds weird, but I have Dispatch and I kind of, okay, now that I said that I wanted to get rid of Assassin's Trophy, but because of that, but art-wise, I have Assassin's Trophy and Anguished Unmaking. I think they should both go in the same deck. So we'll see. We'll see. So I think we get rid of Path and Plowed Swords. Ravenous Squirrel could get huge over time whenever you sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Yeah, I mean, the clues, gaining life with Leon and Elder, I like that. Instill energy, which is Oven with that makes sense. Skull Clamp is drawing cards. Mox Opal. Reanimate, Nature's Chosen. I don't know if We'll have to look at Nature's Chosen and Instill Energy to see if I have enough, like, if it's just Mike that it's in here for, or if I can do something different with it. All right, Assassin's Trophy. Dina is kind of a nice little drain. Paying 3 life. Whenever you gain life, drawing a card. All right, that's a stipulation. I don't know how many tokens I'm actually making. Suture Priest, Capitech, Joel Real, Tome of Legends makes more sense than Idol of Oblivion. Sakura Tribuilder. That one I like a lot. That makes sense. Gain life, gain life. All right. Let's see here. Beast Within also kind of cool, but pretty generic. So I don't know if I need it in here. Because I'm not necessarily going to attack in this deck. Whenever you gain life, you may pay. So Bontu makes sense. I just wish attack or block unless a creature died under your control this turn. That sucks. Generous Gift, Anguished Unmaking. I think we get rid of Beast Within, Generous Gift because I'm running Anguished Unmaking, Assassins, So we'll just keep those. Thrashing Brontodon makes sense because I can get it back. Knight and Staring Bridge. I think I got to get rid of that because I want more of the like dinging going on. And so there's like 4 cards in here, 4 enchantments that will ding players when they attack me. So we'll get rid of that. Creating a creature token, food clue or treasure token, Chatterfang. Abzan Ascendancy. I like it in here. I just don't know if it's good. Pawn of Ulamog will get me creature tokens. Tireless Provisioner, Inspiring Statuary, Wood Elves. Okay. Okay. We'll cut Undercity Scrounger, even though I think it'd be cool. I think it's considerable in aristocrat style decks. So keep that in your back pocket. Nadier's Nightblade, Bantu's Monument, Boom, Eternal Witness. Whenever another non-token creature, each player discards his card. I think that's kind of cool. That's a really good point, right? Each player discards a card. Now, if I have enough discard in here, that could be interesting. Eerie Interlude, Gift. Boom. That's still a thick 3 spot. So we'll see on that. 4 is quite a bit as well. But I think I'm going to get rid of Cliffhaven Vampire. It's just, we'll keep it around for a bit. This is probably going to hurt me more than anybody else. We can cut that. Erebos. I mean, it always was, but Siphon Mind. Ding. Calling Ritual. Savra. So that's kind of why I want Pests in here, because that could be fun. And Eradicator Valkyrie. Being able to have everybody sacrifice on a boast. I find that kind of good. Druid. Bramble, which is going to copy, like double up. It's probably acting like a Panharmonicon in this deck, which for some reason I forgot to grab again. But we'll see. Yawgmoth is a sack outlet, which draws. Guardian Project, drawing. Deathcap Ritual seems cool. Twilight Prophet. Aetherworks Marvel is cheating stuff out. Yep. Boom. Siege Rhino might not be good enough at this point. I'm gonna get rid of Timeless Witness. Just a wee bit expensive. All right. Mazarek, Alhemrites, Moldervine, Seed Guide Ash is gonna ramp like crazy. Sword, Sir Conrad, Lifeline. Sir Conrad might just be too expensive for what I'm doing. Whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, deals 1 damage to each opponent. It seems like it's going to do some work. Each player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. It seems like it do work. I don't have much like adding lifelink. I think. All right. Nothing at this point. Let's see here. Martyr's Bond, I think, is going to be sweet. Bane of Progress, Marionette, Master. So the reason why I was thinking Bolas' Citadel, because I can sacrifice clue tokens plus other stuff. Each opponent loses 10 life. So maybe I just haven't played with it in forever. Maybe like when it came out right away, and then I haven't. Meat Hook makes a ton of sense. All this stuff. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. We got some cuts in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's not bad. We're moving. All right, let's go through that top bit again. And then we'll move over to what are the cards doing? Ramp, ramp, ramp. Sack outlet, but it just gets big. You know what? I think we get rid of Thraben Inspector. That's not going to work in here. Okay, so I think we need to check out what we have going on. Some of the synergies might be off, might be on. And I don't know what is going to work or not. All right. We're going to see how many tokens are being made, how many creatures can tap for abilities, and then probably life gain to see what's going on. Tap, tap. I need to find out how many sack outlets I have. Life gain, the sack outlet. Guess I can gain 2 life, but we have that. Life gain. That's just a drain. Drain. That's kind of. Oop, did that wrong. That's a payoff. The sack outlet. All right. Payoff. That is gaining life. Turn target. Let's see here. Payoff. That's a gain life. Lose. Gain. Probably forgot halfway about some of this stuff. I'm gonna get rid of Abs and Ascendancy. No, let's just check those out. All right. Making a token, 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 token. Land. Let's re-look through that real quick. I could make a token. I think I'm already making enough for Idol of Oblivion to be able to work. Looks good to me. I'm pretty sure. Oh, please don't puke on the cards. I promise I won't. I'm a bit away from. All right, let's bring those down a little bit. From being sick, I got sick last week, so that was a little rough. Sack outlet. Gaining life, Gain life. Make it a token. Payoff. Yeah, I think I'm getting rid of Cliffhaven Vampire. Although I am getting a lot there. I'm feeling much better, but my wife got sick tonight, and so she has a fever and stuff like that. So that's not the best at this point, but it'll be what it'll be. Like, she better live, right? That's some life gain removal. Um, that's life gain. I'm looking like I'm getting enough life gain. I'm not going to be terribly worried about it. Okay, we're gain a life, draw a card. Mm-hmm. And that's all right. So I mean, we have plenty of life gain, so I think we can get some payoffs there. We have and like with will should be enough for tokens. I kind of forgot to look for the tappers, like activated abilities that tap. I don't entirely know. Mazarek seems good in here. Let's see here. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Yeah, she should feel better. She was not as bad off as I was. She more just had like a fever and kind of achy. Not as many tummy problems as far as I know. The tummy can really set you back quite a bit. And so I don't think cap was going to work. Just looking at it going through. We can get rid of that, and we'll get rid of Island Sanctuary as well, just for the same reason as Bridge. Let's see here. It's not looking good for Instill Energy and Nature's Chosen, which is okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think they work. So we'll cut those two. That goes away. Forgot to. Oh, damn it. Okay. So we know those. Along with that, idle makes sense, but I might have enough draw already as well. Payoffs are going to be worth it if I so choose. And so we will start sorting into. Whoop. Probably just gleeked right there. Ugh. I should run the Island Sanctuary Mystic Decree combo. Mystic Decree. That's not coming to my head right now. I am not sure what Mystic Decree is. I'm just looking for sack outlets now. Sacrifice X squirrels. Okay, I don't care about squirrels. I don't know why I'm not thinking about Mystic Decree. And I'm not sure. I'm unaware of any combo with Island Sanctuary. I'm guessing that it just locks down. It makes it really tough for anybody to attack you. It's a creature. All creatures lose flying. Island walk. But okay. Equals miss. Okay. Nah. I'd much rather have them choose between like hurting themselves and gaining me some life. Just it might work somewhere else. All right, still looking for like sack outlets to see what's going to kind of work. Have a couple of sack outlets or like payoffs. That's a sack outlet. Sack outlet, just not forever. Whenever another creature you control. So that is tokens. So okay. Um, Journey, Athreos. Um, Boom, boom, boom. All right. Do we have enough things that are going to sacrifice? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What is weak here? That's okay. Probably Ravenous Scroll, but I can see it getting big. These are just one-offs. I mean, this one's real good. 1-3 early is not bad. I like Bond 2. So the only one I don't really like is Ravenous, so I think we'll get rid of that. We're not a squirrel deck, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right, all right. So it's Mystic Decree is from Homelands. Steven is very proud of himself for stumping me. Congratulations. Yes, you are right. You did get me. So you'll have to talk to Adam there. I don't know what we can give you. I don't know if we have anything. All right, let's see here. Let's do it into the categories. Let's do categories right now. All right. That'll be a token maker. Token maker. Tokens. That's draw. That'll be a ping. Reanimate. Ping. Ping. We have a lot of pings over here. So we'll probably be cutting something. This is just removal. Yeah, I think we just have a shit ton of pings. Protection. Draw. Removal. Ramp. Removal. Ramp. Tokens. This is probably, I don't know what that is. I don't know. That might just be random. Token. That can be ramp, draw, recursion, ping, ramp, draw, removal, draw, ramp, recursion. Of that, removal. Probably. I wonder if. I mean, that's an interesting thought. Is recursion a form of protection? I don't think I ever thought of it like that. But it could be. Doubling up. Let's draw. Doubling up. That's going to be removal. Let's draw, removal, recursion. It's for sure draw. All right, we are going to have plenty of stuff going on. That's going to be removal. I think Mazdarex is good. That's just, there we go. Ping. That's just kind of a payoff. Removal. 2, 3, 4. Ramp. Ramp. Ping. Recursion. Scry. Whatever that is. That's a ping. That is ramp. That is a ping. Ping. Ramp and draw. Okay. Okay. I'm way behind now. We're poor because Lowry keeps losing. Yeah. that is true. Do you need to send in a bunch so Lowry wins again? Help? No. Nope. I don't have any problem with my self-confidence. I've been really close on Stump the Smith twice now. So I'll get it back. I'll get it back. That'll be all right. All right, so I have these 3 that are gonna help me from not being attacked. I'm fine with those at this point. Anything that's kind of random in here, I don't know how many. Well, I have those Eldrazi Scion tokens that can be sacrificed, clue tokens, treasure tokens. That all makes sense to me right now. Leon and Elder I think is cool, but I don't think I have enough going on. It can't block. We'll cut that. I have plenty of life gain. I don't have to truly worry about that nearly as much. I want Liliana to work because that +2, each player discards a card. It feeds into the clue token idea pretty well too. Mazarek. All right. I'm happy with all those at this point. I'm happy with those at this point. All right. Recursion is probably more than I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes. Okay. Wake the Dead can go. I'm just not going to have that many in the graveyard. It's not necessarily like an engine, like something like 1, 2, or just 1 point reanimation spells. So I am not truly worried about it. Cauldron Haze is cheap enough to make it work, but I also don't think I need it. So I think I can probably get rid of Cauldron Haze. Although it's really nice against but I have the sack outlets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Gift of Immortality. What if, because I use Eerie Interlude quite a bit, maybe I put Cauldron Haze in for that, just to get different cards rolling, flowing, see how they go. Makes sense to me. Because protection spells aren't bad. I think we get rid of the priest as well. It's a little slow. And I'm okay with that. I kind of like that. I think this one's going to be cool, Vine Witch Coven, because a lot of the gaining life is going to allow me to just like pay a black, get will back into my hand. After like sacrifice it and having all that stuff kind of going off anyway. So, kind of like that. Double your life total. Target opponent loses half their life. Run it up. I'm fine with that as well. Shoot. Vine Witch might just be too slow. It might just be too slow. I think we cut that at this point too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. All right, we'll keep that bit. I kind of like the pests that are being made. Chatterfang, Abzan Ascendancy, putting 1/1 counters doesn't do anything. And that's a little expensive. Gluttonous Troll. I'm probably more just pushing for that Witch's Oven part that's going on. I don't know how many food token things I can make.
Tell you any of your creatures you control have base power and toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Ooh, that could be nice. I'm fine with that. I think I'm gonna cut Abzan Ascendancy. I don't know if it's going to do actually enough work in here. And then I can say that same thing about a lot of things like Blight Mound and some of the ramp cards there. But another non-land permanent gets +2/+2. That's a sack outlet. It gets me 2 to 3 food tokens roughly. Um let's look through this. I think this is gonna do some work. Gotta probably cut down on a lot of these at this point. Um all right. Lampad. I like the plus like the losing and gaining a life. This is just a sack outlet. It'll scry one. I don't know if I really like it because it's 2. It can't block. That's the maybe. Dinah seems good. Sir Conrad seems maybe a little expensive. Poison Tip Archer is just whenever another creature dies. That's everybody's creatures. I'm down with that. Each opponent loses 1 life. I like that as well. Each opponent. Each opponent. Target opponent loses life equal to Marionette Master's power. And this is target opponent loses life. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. I think Corpse Knight probably doesn't do enough. Questionable. I don't think I like Bantu. I'm going to cut that as well. Doesn't do quite enough. Falcon Wrath. Siege Rhino. I don't know. For some reason, I kind of want that in there. Sanguinate makes sense. Cauldron Familiar. Whoops. All right, we'll figure out how many food things are happening. Right now, I don't hate it. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, pay 1. Each opponent loses a life, you gain a life. Destroy target creature. I like underhanded designs. Blood Artist. Another creature dies. Yeah. Target creature gets and Death Touch until whenever a land enters. I'm okay with that. I kind of like that. Bantu's Monument makes a bunch of sense to me. Create a 1/1. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses life, gain a life. Whenever I've seen Adam work this one pretty nicely, but it just seems kind of expensive. Seems kind of expensive. It's kind of getting looking like that I cut a bunch of cards so far. Light Mound might not be worth it. Non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 black. Oh, and then the pests gain you a life as well. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. We'll keep that for now. Removal is, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Plenty of removal here. We need to cut some. All right, so let's break this up a little bit. That's creatures, artifact, enchantment, anything. This is more maybe creatures, but hand, artifacts. This is everything. That would be creatures. This is kind of everything, anything. This card's a little different. Artifact enchantments, creatures. Probably have enough artifacts. Anything. Exile target creature. 4, 5, 6, 7. Noetic Scales probably goes. Probably just isn't needed. I still like the idea of Herald of Anguish. I'd rather have that in here than Oppression. Let's get rid of Oppression. Eradicator, Valkyrie. Kind of I'm fine with all those at this point. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have target, 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 target. This is dying, this is dying, this is ETBing. And then this is target but mass and mass removal. Probably will get pretty big. Starting with you, each player may choose an artifact or enchantment you don't control. Destroy each permanent. Yeah, Knight of Autumn makes sense. Probably all okay with that at this point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm going to get rid of Angel of Despair. Just kind of expensive, and it's not doing as much as Ashen Rider. Ashen Rider's one more, but it's ETB and leave trigger. So target, target, targeted. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. Let's each opponent sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker. Let's get rid of Eradicator Valkyrie. I think it's cool, but I think maybe it goes in a different deck at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like Martyr's Bond in here. I kind of want to just keep it in here. I like it quite a bit. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. It's a better blocker. That kind of can do some stuff. I like Druid. Pest Infestation's doing something. Is Bane of Progress not good enough? I like it. I like it. Because these can all hit artifacts, enchantments. I don't need a whole ton, but having them be creatures is nice too. Karlov, the Ghost Council, that can get huge. Savra, Dispatch, Herald of Anguish. All right, we'll cut Kasali Pride Mage at that point too. We'll put it back. All right, getting into drawing and ramp. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I probably want to at least get this down to like 14 at this point. I'm gaining life, so it's not so bad. Bolas's Citadel will probably be too expensive on the 3 black part. I do kind of want to play with this. Another creature. Target creature gets -2/-1 until end of turn. Siphon Mind. Like I was saying, I kind of like the idea of I'm not probably. Yeah, that could be drawing me some cards there. Guardian makes sense. Gold Clamp. Top. Yeah. Non-token. Another non-token. Those are non-tokens. So is that something? Do those go? Because we have the clues. I don't know if I'm worried about the creatures. That's a token coming into play. Whenever a creature you control, the beginning of your upkeep, if you have City's Blessing, reveal the top and then it drains. I think we get rid of these. Citadel, Grim, Midnight Reaper. I think they're all right. Let's see here. For the sake of being able to cut cards, I'm going to try and cut those cards. And then we should be down to what? 15? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. It's respectable. All right. Ramp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 will This one's tough. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Seed Guide Ash, I think, is cool. Like, I want it in this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get rid of Solemn. Like, I'd rather probably just have these two ETBs. Mox Opal. Let's get rid of that. Like, it's gonna be out, and then people are just gonna be like, I don't want to give them clues. It's good. It's a good one. I think it works in here. Sparring Statuary, Felwar Stone. Let's get rid of Felwar. Arcane Signet. Yeah, that makes sense. Sakura Tribe Elder. Pawn. Tireless Provisioner. Boom. 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 Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Uh-oh. Let's see here. My screen looks like I'm frozen up. Did I? Keep on moving through here. I'm gonna do a quick count while I'm trying to figure out if I froze up or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 7, 8, 9, 30, 6, 7, 8, 39, 40, 49, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92. Okay, so it seems like I have frozen up a bit. That's a bummer. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Because I think, we're at about an hour. This is a bummer. I might just finish this on my own. You've seen a bunch of the ideas, a bunch of the cards that I kind of added in. Hopefully you enjoyed what's going on here. And well, we will do a spotlight deck here probably in April. I'll start pumping those out. Yeah, I don't know how to get the you can hear me, which thank goodness, but I don't know how to get this going again. I'm gonna try and do an unplug and a plug, but if not, thanks for joining. Bye. Let's see here. It's probably still going. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. I don't think there's much I can do. All right. Well, I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks for coming out, everybody. I really appreciate you. If you're watching this later, hope you enjoy the deck. All right. Have a good night.